Hey everybody, it's Professor Parrish, and welcome to ACE for 2023. So what this class mainly does is that ACES, it's a group of students who kind of excel above and beyond academically, and this program is to not only allow you to do community service, to help further your resumes and stuff to strengthen for if you're going to apply for scholarships, but also to give you study skills and also do some interpersonal communication and communication skills that will help you give those interviews for scholarships that you may be applying to in the future to go on to higher education in college. So that's pretty exciting. So you all are like the creme de la creme, which is really, really cool. And I really enjoy this class a lot. We had a lot of fun last year in ACE as well as the year before. So I'm excited to have you guys with me. I teach the first 8 weeks of ACES. So we'll be doing the community service and more study skills portion. And then Ms. Billman will have you all for the scholarship interview and application essay part that will be later on after midterms. So it's kind of cool. You get 2 teachers, you get the class split in half. It goes by very quickly, and I find that the students that were in ACE last year kind of had a really cool time bonding and getting to know each other. I hope you all do as well. So that's really exciting. I'm excited to have y'all as students. But what I've done with this page is to kind of give you an overview each week of what we're doing. As I'm recording this, there are still a couple of things I'm tweaking, but I wanted to just go over week 1 with you all and explain how the course works. So as far as the class goes, if you go to this opening page, you can see my email is listed here, as well as the tech center if you need help getting onto your Falcon portal. There are some class resources that I want to talk about with you all that I'm going to pull up here. The class resources are practice tests, SAT Math for Dummies, a guide and workbook, as well as our textbook in the class. It's just mainly for you all to have as a resource if you're studying for the SAT. And I will go ahead and say, if you are a junior and you're planning on taking the SAT later this spring, I would go ahead while you're at home, and if you have your Chromebook or your laptop or whatever, go ahead and download these resources onto your computer. And that way, once this class is over, you still have these resources in case if you need to study, over winter break or what have you. So those are there for you guys to have absolutely for free in the course. Another thing is we will have the community service schedule listed here. I'll give you guys a copy of it in class. I'm still finalizing some things on it as we speak, but I'll have that for you guys to hand out the first week of class. And then you can see that we're only in here 8 weeks with me. You'll be in the other 8 weeks with Ms. Billman. I'm really excited to have you all as students, though. It should be a lot of fun. You're going to notice that when you click on the week, it's going to give you the assignments. So we do meet every Tuesday at 4 o'clock. The first couple weeks, we're going to meet at the college in room E204. If you go to where the theater is on campus, it's in the south parking lot. There's a big circle drive and a flag. It's the building on the left upstairs. So just if you need help finding it on campus. The first week, I would like you to bring a calculator if you can. And then we'll do an icebreaker in class. We are going to go over this Canvas page and the SAT diagnostic test. The people that have emailed me back so far have told me that several of them haven't taken it yet, so I want to go over it with y'all. And then each week we do usually have a couple of assignments. So you usually have 2 assignments a week. They're very, very short. The first is this little essay that says basically in 250 words, reflect on the results of your diagnostic test. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? How are you going to incorporate this into your study plans? Short and sweet, right? Really, really simple, but should be about 250 words. And you can talk in that about previous studying that you've done, about how you've done on other tests before. You can kind of elaborate in your own way if you want to. And then the other journal is just kind of like an icebreaker where you tell me about yourself. Where are you? What's your story? Why are you in ACES? What are your plans after high school? And just 250 more words. Short, sweet, to the point, right? It's like half a page. Not anything crazy. And then I do want you to look at the assignment page that's on here, kind of show you guys. We basically have a community service project that is going to be due the last day of the class. And we'll talk about this in class. I'll have I'll basically show you all this and kind of talk about it. And we'll be doing little mini projects to lead up to it to kind of organize it. But basically, you are going to create your own community service project where you basically do something for the community. It can be a cleanup, it can be a food drive, it can be something unique. It can be something based on what we do in this class, but you have all semester to complete it. You don't have to complete it at the end of the semester. You can do the project itself anytime, but we are going to do presentations about them the last week of class. So I'll be kind of going through it as each week happens, but I just want to give you a heads up the first week of class of this is the major portion of your class is your own community service project. And that way it's something that you can put on your resumes that you were in charge of, that you had control over, and it's something that you can kind of show off during scholarship committee interviews, things like that. So that we'll go over. And then as far as the textbook in the class goes, it's not really much of a textbook. It's mainly just the SAT prep book. It's nothing crazy, but it is a chance for you all to look at the SAT prep book. It is huge. Obviously, we're not going to be reading a lot out of it, but there are a few passages that I'm going to ask you guys to kind of take a look through some of the weeks. Not every week, but some of them. But it basically is just a study guide. And again, it will be very helpful if you want to download it and keep it as your resource, right? Even beyond this class. So I'm going to have the lecture video here for you all to watch. Mainly your grades are going to be posted on this page that I'm kind of like doing a little mouse over on the left-hand side. There will be a couple discussions that I would like you guys to participate in. And then other than that, it's mainly going to be community service. Like we're going to do lots of different things like work. I tried to central most of the community service around the El Dorado, Harrisburg area because that's where most people are from and it's the most centrally located area. So there will be some days during these 8 weeks that we meet in Harrisburg. There's some days we'll meet at the college. It will just kind of vary and depend. But I'm really excited to get to know you guys over the next 8 weeks, to talk with you all and to help plan out these events. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun last year with it, so I'm really excited to see what y'all are here for and to learn all of your stories. So as always, if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. But we are going to meet in room 204 on Tuesday night at 4 p.m. And I'm really excited. If you're looking at the diagnostic prep test, I'll go ahead and click on that before we end the video. What we're going to do in class on Tuesday night is kind of go over what this is. And it's basically like a digital math, digital reading and writing SAT prep. So in class, you are going to choose one of these. So I'll show you how to do it. So if you're watching this from home, what you're basically going to do, let me click out of that. Let's say I do the digital SAT reading and writing, it's going to give me different lessons that I can do that are going to basically give me different types of things. And then there's going to be like a little challenge to test my knowledge. So I can basically I'm going to look at the foundation SAT reading and get started here. And you'll see on here that when I do this, it'll give me like different videos that I can watch or different things I can look at and I can practice with them. And then at the very end, there's like quizzes that I can do, like quizzes, quiz 1, quiz 2, and then quiz 3, and then a unit test for all this. Now, I'm not going to ask you all to go through and do every single one here, but I am going to ask you to pick one of these and take a test, a unit test over it, just to see where you are at. And when you take the unit test, it's going to kind of see what your skills are in. It says it'll take 11 to 22 minutes. So it's just going to ask you, it's basically to see where you're at. Like if you take this test, how do you think your skills are doing? And to see if there's any like deficits, weaknesses, or strengths that you have. So I'm going to ask you to do one of the tests in reading and writing and one of them in math. And then kind of, you're going to do your grammar, let me get this right, your journal essay is going to be about how that went. Okay, which is pretty exciting. So yeah, and then you'll do your journal essay, which will talk about the diagnostic and how it went. So in other words, if you have any questions, please let me know. But I look forward to seeing you guys on Tuesday, and I hope you all have a wonderful week. Please stay safe, take care, and I'll talk to you all again very soon in ACE, Education 280 and Service 121.